Hello, thank you for joining the Lazaridis School for our Beyond the Degree video series. My name is Graham McCormick and I'm a Corporate Engagement Officer for the Lazaridis School of Business and Economics at Wilfrid Laurier University and a BBA alumnus from 2011. Today we're joined by Amy Danter, Customer Solutions Lead at SAS and an alumnus of the Business Technology Management Program, class of 2015. In Amy's current role, she helps lead and manage all strategic customer advisory and technical pre-sale activities for a given set of opportunities aligned to the financial services business unit. Prior to this, Amy was with BMO Financial Group on a technology team where she helped manage various applications supporting business and personal banking operations. Amy, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks, Graham, for having me.
To get things going, you were part of the first cohort of the bachelor's degree in business technology management at the Lazaridis School. Why did you choose Laurier and what drew you to the BTM program?
Yeah, so I chose Laurier because I really liked the sounds of the culture at the school. And I know that they have a really great business program as well. So that really drew me in. And specifically for BTM, I had actually originally applied to the BBA program, but had got the alternative offer for BTM. And the more I did research and the more I thought about it, BTM seemed to be the better program for myself and knowing the future of how technology was growing and something to give you a better edge in the business environment. So that's really why I chose to go into the BTM program.
That's interesting. I know there's probably a couple people watching who, got the alternate offer and, have accepted the BTM program or are looking at that. And, it is such a different program from the BBA. But, to your point, I think it's really well designed to be, future focused and future proof almost. Now, as part of the BTM program, all the students are enrolled in co-op. Can you tell us a little bit about your work terms and how you think they helped you complement your in-class learnings?
Yeah, so my first work term was at John Deere. That was an 8-month work term. And I was on a business intelligence team there where I helped build different SharePoints for different departments at the company. And then my second co-op term was at Deloitte for 4 months. And there I was on a technology services team and basically would help gather information and build different decks and presentations for various business partners. And so I'd say the program really helped prepare me for those co-ops too, just giving you that foundational business and technology knowledge going into the work term to kind of know how to understand IT concepts, as well as how to understand the business side and how to be sort of the bridge between the two. And so that really helped.
I think a lot of people would, they hear the name John Deere, they think of, fairly traditional, tractor, business. What was that like coming in and, what did you think when you applied to the, a role dealing in technology for, such a, long-standing historic brand, which one may not assume, technology really plays a part outside of the fields?
Yeah, no, it's true. When I first had got the job, I was like, oh, well, I'd be, seeing a lot of tractors on a daily basis. But no, it's a huge company. And so there's so many operations that have to go on the back end. And IT, of course, is pretty critical for that. And so I would say that, and this kind of goes along the lines of any other company too, like IT is very foundational now. And so I wasn't really involved as much with, what you would think of for John Deere's and tractors and all that stuff. It was more sort of taking the information and building, like I said, like SharePoint sites and other IT solutions that would support the business.
That's really interesting. You mentioned, you did one of your co-ops at Deloitte. After graduating, you joined them as a portfolio analyst. How do you think your BTM degree helped you prepare you for that first role out of school?
So I would say BTM helped definitely with understanding both the technology and business side, kind of like what I mentioned earlier. Like there were so many different tech classes and also just the foundational business classes that the BTM program offers that really helps meld everything together really well for going into a role like I was at Deloitte as portfolio analyst, where I had to take those skills and all the knowledge I learned in the program and apply it to what I was doing, which was building business cases for bringing in new technology to the firm. And so that was extremely helpful for making me successful in the role after school.
Oh, I have no doubt. You left Deloitte and you were with BMO for about 4 years. You held the positions of application support analyst and senior analyst. Can you tell me a little bit about those roles and the type of work that you did there?
Yeah, so when I joined BMO, and I was on the same team for my entire time there, but I had gotten promoted during my time. And so we were a sort of a back-end operations team that supports personal and business banking. And so my team specifically, we basically built applications to support the operations team. So my job was to sort of be that middle person between the developers and the operations managers to help build, manage, and support those applications, which were pretty critical to the different lines of business within operations. Yeah.
Well, and you just recently left BMO. You joined SAS as a customer solutions lead. What does that job entail? What is, you started it remotely, but what is the job? What are you doing day to day?
Yeah, and so I actually had just started. I'm on my 3rd week at the company now, so it's very new. But it's a little bit different than what I had been used to, where I'm now in more of a sales position on a customer advisory team. So we do pre-sales activities. And so we are selling and supporting the different analytical software solutions that SAS has built to different clients. And I'll be specifically working with banking clients and selling them different solutions that support their needs for different areas of the business, like risk management or credit loss or different areas like that.
So, you've recently completed your Master's of Management Analytics program at the Smith School. How do you think your time at the Lazaridis School and in the BTM program, helped prepare you for graduate studies?
Yeah, so BTM definitely helped me get into a master's program. It's having that foundational business and technology knowledge that really just sort of aligned well actually with the program, because the master's program I went into was very similar along the lines of you have different IT courses or technology courses, and you have different more business courses, but all within managing technology. However, the master's program was more, I guess, specialized in analytics specifically. But I did see a lot of parallels between the two programs. So I would say that really helped. And even through my application interview process to get into the master's program, they were very intrigued by the BTM program and felt that was an asset to have.
That's great to hear. I think the MMA program is it provides so many tools for someone who's working in your field and anyone who's looking at a career and around data. So congratulations on graduating as well.
Thank you.
I'm just looking at the clock. I'm noticing we're almost out of time. I have one last question. What advice would you have for any students thinking about applying to the BTM program?
Yeah, so some advice that I would have is don't be afraid of a challenge. I know BTM, especially for myself, like when I was deciding on going into it, I was a bit nervous of not having enough technical knowledge to go into it. I felt pretty confident about the business side, but honestly, like with any sort of technical course you take these days, even if it's a learning curve, you can get through it, and it's becoming easier and easier over time to learn this stuff. I would also say go in with an open mind, because, like I said, if things seem like a challenge, you can really overcome it. And the program does a really good job at teaching you in a way that is very understandable and gives everyone an opportunity to really do well. So yeah, and just the open-mindedness really helps you with different career paths as well. And there's just so many different areas you can go into now, having a BTM background, that I would say, you know, where you think it might take you, you might actually go a different direction. But that's sort of the beauty of it, with just being open to the whole idea of taking a program.
You know, Amy, thank you so much for sharing your insights and experience today. I know it'll be of great value to everyone in the Lazaridis School and Laurier community. Thank you again for watching Beyond the Degree, featuring Amy Danter, Customer Solutions Lead at SAS and a graduate of the Lazaridis School.
Thanks, Graham.